So yesterday I was hanging out with a girl and she told me a story about how when she was hanging out with her female friends, this guy came up to her and he was just being weird. I'm not gonna say what because I don't want to expose this guy. Even I don't know who he is, but he's becoming notorious. But I don't want to expose him. But anyways, this guy was just being weird, just talking weird shit, and he was being creepy. If you ask a lot of girls about how they feel about most guys, they will say that they're creepy, right? Like creepy, creepy, creepy. And I had to think to myself, I was like, wait, what? Like, what does a guy do that puts them in this creepy category? You know, like my friend was telling me yesterday, right? She and her friends were just chilling, and this guy comes up to her, and he basically creeps them out, right? He's just trying to talk to them, but his intention was to get to know one of those girls, you know, get to know one of them. I don't know, to take her out, fuck her, I don't know, whatever it is. But that was his intention, obviously. He was interested in this one girl. Let's put it that way. But instead of getting anywhere, he goes and completely turns it around and makes himself look like an absolute dick and a creep. And I'm thinking to myself, how do so many guys manage to pull this off? Like, you go to attract someone, but you become a creep instead. And of course, there's times when we've all been there, when we're all trying to learn what the ropes are. But I just keep seeing more and more guys fall into this category. Like, I just keep seeing more guys who fall into this category. I kind of want to help break that because I don't think I'm a creep. Okay, I've not heard that about myself. The reason why these guys are creepy is because they have this weird fucking strategy of trying to woo or attract this one particular female, okay? Now it's like all this shit, you know, like, yo, babe, give me your Snapchat, I'll take you out to fucking whatever. And some weird creepy shit, like very, very big, very, very snaky. They think they're flirting, but they're not. And it becomes very obvious when you see the kind of things they say. Like, you know they're interested, fine. That's normal. You see a beautiful girl, whatever, you're attracted to her, fine. When you do all this weird shit, right? You're a random fucking stranger. You say all this fucking random weird shit. First off, you're not even being polite because you're lying, inauthentic. You're saying shit. You're saying shit to a person you've never met before. And instead of being sincere or just trying to talk to them, you're doing all this weird shit, right? All these fucking magic tricks you learn in weird books. Oh yeah, say this and say that. Like, bro, that's what's creepy. Just be normal. Just treat them like a normal human being. Like, even if you were to say something as straight to the point as, excuse me, I think you're one of the most beautiful girls I've seen in a while. I'm sure you hear it all the time, but I was wondering if I could get your Instagram. Boom. If you say something like that, like straight to the point, like, I think you're beautiful, I would like to get to know you better, can I have your Instagram? Simply put, right? You open the frame like straight to the point. You're not being weird about it. And it might scare the cat away. But at least you're being real, right? So if the girl thinks, oh my god, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. Oh no, never mind. I'm on my period or some random shit. You won't be a creep because you were sincere. You were authentic. You're like, excuse me, this is what I want, right? I'm not here to lie. I'm not here playing games. I'm not a bitch. I'm not being a fucking pussy. I want this. I will come and take it if you let me. Like that kind of energy. That's what works. And if you don't want to be that direct, because that's like straight to the point. Something else would be, now this takes more like charisma or like more skill in talking to people, but finding a way to talk to them. Something simple. Oh, I don't know. This really does depend from situation to situation, from person to person, from who you are as a guy to who the girl is you're trying to talk to, okay? So to avoid being a creep, just be normal. Excuse me, do you have a charger? Like that, something like that, and then see where that goes. That's kind of what it is to stop being a creep. And earlier I mentioned a cat, like you don't want to scare the cat away. Girls and cats are very similar, okay? Now I'm not calling girls cats or whatever, but it's very similar because I love cats. I love playing with street cats, whatever. I see a street cat, but I want to go play with it. I want to feed it. I want to pick it up. Every time I go to the UAE, because in the Middle East there's always street cats. The energy a cat gives off is very, very similar to the kind of play you have with a woman when you're like flirting or just getting to that point of the first date or that connection. Now, this sounds fucked up. I'm talking about an animal here, but hear me out. Let's say you want to attract a cat's attention. You want to play with the cat. You want to pick it up. You want to pet it, whatever. If you go chase the cat, if you go to pick it up, it's gonna run away. It's gonna fucking climb up a tree, jump into a bush, whatever. But if you show up and you do the pss, pss, pss thing, you pull for its attention subtly, and then you pull out a can of tuna, cat food, something that it wants. It doesn't really want you to pet it and shit. Like, it does want you to do that, but it thinks that you're a fucking risk, you're a danger. It's thinking to itself that this guy, this big ass human being, what the fuck does he want with my little ass? That's what it thinks. That's kind of the pressure you put on girls. So let me get back to the cat. Pull up with tuna, with food, with value, right? The cat's hungry, it wants food. Give it a can of tuna, you give it some cat food. It will come to you, right? You'll be like, okay, this human's got something for me. Let me go see what it is. And they'll eat the tuna and be like, okay, this guy, he has value. This guy can feed me. He can also pet me. He can take care of me. I'll be safe with this guy. And the other day, me and my friend were hanging out in the park. He basically had an almond. I carry this. He basically had an almond, and I asked for it, and we found a squirrel. And you know, squirrels usually run away when they see a big ass human being. But this motherfucker, it saw the almond, and it squared up. I literally have a picture right now. It squared up to us, trying to fight me, bro. Like this motherfucker was on 2 legs, a squirrel on 2 legs, bro. This squirrel saw the value, right? Saw that I had an almond. It wanted my nut. And so that's why it came up to me. You know, I handed the squirrel the nut. I'm not gonna lie, I actually threw it at his head and it hit the squirrel's head and fell to the ground and he ate it. But the squirrel was hanging out with me because I had value. I had a nut for it. I had a almond for it. You can give girls your nut as well. So basically, the whole point is that you need to present value. Now with these animals, these cats, these squirrels, whatever. The cat, I had tuna, I had cat food. It wanted cat food, it was hungry. With the squirrel was also hungry. I had almond, it wanted the almond. With girls, you want to be a valuable guy. What does a girl want? Fuck knows. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever know. But generally, they want a person who has value. A guy who has some sort of value inside him. And the way to present that isn't by, saying certain shit and like that. Value that doesn't need to be said. If you're fit, if you're muscular, if you look good, if you smell good, if you have nice clothes on. It doesn't have to be designer. You're just things put together nicely. So you look at them and be like, okay, this guy puts in time and effort and into himself, which means he has value. He has resource, which means I would be good hanging out with him. So when you do make the approach, when you do say hello, it'll be like, okay, wow, this very well presented, very healthy looking human being. It screams a lot of things that goes even over our heads. We don't know what it really displays, but we know it works because we've done it. As opposed to a skinny looking weirdo, right? Wearing some random weird clothes. He goes up to the girl all over the place saying weird shit. The girl's gonna be like, yeah, this guy has no value. His life is not in order. I do not want to be with him, as opposed to the guy who has shit in order. Not everything perfect. Like, you're not making $500,000 a month and shit like that, but you're getting there. You're working. That, and the woman goes like, shit, this guy might be onto something. The whole point is to stop being a creep, you have to present value. The creeps have no value. Any of these like hot characters that the girls thirst over, Christian Grey, Massimo Torricelli, like these like fucking, that's all I know. Hot guys, right? The reason why they get away with the shit they do is because they're valuable guys. They're fucking rich, they're fucking jacked, they look great, they have status, they're fucking badass people. If a random homeless kind of guy started doing those things, he would be called a weirdo. They could be like, okay, this guy's kind of fucked up. But then these guys who have value, they can do certain things and not be a creep, right? I'm not saying to do creepy things, like simply, like I said previously, just go up and say hello, introduce yourself, or use that line I kind of told you, be straight to the point, like, yo, please give me your Instagram, you're absolutely beautiful, and give her a moment and everything. But that's it, man. The whole point is to have value. So start hitting the gym, put on some muscle, look strong, look like you can fight, look like you got time and money and resource to feed yourself. You got time and money to train yourself. You're well presented, meaning you take time, you have nice composure to actually put yourself together. And these are the things it kind of screams. You have money coming in, you're working hard towards something, meaning you have financial resource, shit like that. And then you can go say hello, whatever, present that value. You'll be fine. Trust me, you'll be fucking fine. So please, man, I don't want to hear any more guys getting laughed at, any more creeps. But like, stop being a creep, man. This is how you stop being a creep. Put some value on. Put some fucking muscle on. Get some money in the bank. If this video helped you, if you liked what I said, if you like my energy, if you like anything I said in the video, please do message me on Instagram if you're a young guy working hard on whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to create kind of a network of young guys like us working towards something like the next war room. That'd be pretty fucking cool. But yeah, if you hated the video, comment something bad. I don't mind. If you liked the video, say something nice. But my Instagram's here and in the description. You can message me there. I'll catch you in the next freaking video. Have a good day. Peace out.